Hi, I'm Ethan, and this is the fourth day of our week of prayer and fasting. We're halfway through now, so any of you who are struggling or finding it difficult, we're nearly there now. You've got fewer days left than you've already done, so we're looking ahead to the end now. All week we've been honing in and focusing on the verse from 2 Chronicles 7:14. So just for a reminder, here's the verse. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sin and heal their land. Today I'm going to be focusing on the idea right in the middle of that verse about seeking God's face, which is one of the things God says will enable the really great things he talks about at the end of the verse. So to seek someone out is to have a desire to find them and to know them. And obviously in the Old Testament, before Jesus came, God was never a person, so the idea of seeking God's face kind of doesn't sound like it makes sense. But what I think this verse is speaking to is a desire to know God intimately and personally, to not just know him through formalities of religion, but to really know him deeply. So like those formalities in the Old Testament would have been things like sacrifices, or today it could be like just turning up to church but not knowing God in your everyday life. But just connecting to this idea, God says back in Exodus with Moses, he says that he would speak to Moses face to face as one speaks to a friend. So there's clearly this idea of seeing someone's face that's connected to knowing them on a personal level and not just a level of those kind of formalities, and connected to really being in relationship with them, to being close to them. So that's what God's doing here. He's calling us into relationship with him. And more than just that, God asks us to seek his face, to have a desire to find him. The Amplified translation of 2 Chronicles 7:14 says that the word seek here can also mean crave or require as a necessity. So we're supposed to have this really strong connection and desire to seek God's face, to be in relationship with him. And that really gets to the heart of what God wants with us. He doesn't want us to think of him as an added bonus or benefit, or just something that we turn to now and again, but he wants us to see him as a foundation in our lives. He wants us to see him as something that we crave if we were to go without it, something that we need. So when this verse says we should seek God's face, it's telling us that God doesn't want to be distant with us. He asks us to seek his face, to be his friend, to be close to him, and to know him personally. So I just want to encourage you today, while you're praying and you're fasting, to seek God's face and to seek a deeper and closer relationship with him, because that's what he wants with you.